everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor the Beauty, and this video is going to be Power Recap Season 4, Episode 2. And I should have gotten this video up yesterday for you guys, but being as though it is the holiday and yada yada yada, I'm just sitting down to film it. But I will edit this video right now and get it up for you guys, so you will see it on Tuesday. Secondly, just to forewarn you guys, I am going on vacation, so episode 3's recap will be uploaded with episode 4's recap. So there will not be a recap video next week, but there will be 2 the following week, just to fill you guys in. See, episode 2 picks up with Ghost in the jail cell, and he's looking in the mirror and he's pretty sad that he's still in jail. Then it goes right into Tasha talking to her kids, and the son is like, so he's not coming home, and she's like, not right now. She's basically letting them know that he's gonna get out, but she's hoping that he's gonna get out, but for them to remember what she told them, so not to call him Ghost, be on their best behavior at school and all of that good stuff, because Tariq is acting out, and I can't believe him. Like, well, no, to be honest, I can't believe him, but I'm just so mad that he's acting out. Like, why is he doing this? And somebody mentioned on Twitter that, like, somebody was like, nobody can raise this kid, and they had like pictures of him with Kanan. They had a picture with him with Common from a movie he was with Common in, and they had a picture, or maybe it was a TV show, a music video, I don't know. And then it was also a video with him with Ice Cube. So I was cracking up because, like, why is the same little boy, and he was also on General Hospital, and he played a trouble seed. So I'm just like, oh, I'm fed up with him. Tariq gotta go. But Tasha is basically telling him, don't call him Ghost, we don't know him as Ghost. And they're like, well, why does he call him, why do we call him Ghost anyway? And she's like, well, you know, the hood, there's no reason for it, you know, the hood always got anything, blah blah blah. And shoots over to Tommy and Keisha, and she's like worried, like, I have a son, like, this is so stressful, what if they come, I'm gonna need y'all to get off my shop's name. And he's like, no way we could do that, because if we get off the name now, they're gonna start digging into it. Ghost has no part of this business, so his name's not on anything, don't worry about him. I'm going to keep you safe like I always did. He's like assuring her that he's going to keep her safe, but I see something brewing between them, and I definitely see them doing the nasty before the end of this episode, you know what I'm saying? Next, you see Ghost meet with Proctor, his lawyer, and he's sitting down and he's like, I didn't do this, what are we going to do? And Proctor is like, we just gotta we just gotta wait. We gotta wait to see what the defense is saying, because we don't know how to, like, we don't know which side to come at it if we make a move first. So Ghost is saying, we gotta tell them about, like, the jury about my relationship with Angela. And Proctor is like, no way in hell we could tell them about that, because you were gonna look like you killed Greg Knox because you were with Angela. Like, it's gonna look like you did it, you know, you're gonna look like a love triangle, yada yada yada. Then you see from the same side, you see the Sandoval, who is the real killer. You see the new district attorney or whatever he is. Then you see the other guy, Sax. They're all talking about Angela and how basically Ghost killed him for revenge because they were both going out with Angela, blah 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 blah. And Angela is overhearing them, listening to them say this. So she walks in and she's like, oh, sorry I'm late, and they try to act like they weren't talking about her. So the one guy, Sax, is saying we should tell everybody that they were having an affair. And the new Asian guy, I don't know his name, he was saying no way, because everybody knew that they were having an affair, and it's gonna look bad on our department if we come across as we just let this happen, like he's a known drug dealer, blah 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 blah. Why would we get that, like, you know, why would we let everybody know that we knew about it and we didn't stop it? Keep shooting back and forth, basically having the same conversation with both Angela and Ghost, and they're filling them in on why they cannot take the stand. So at the end of that scene, Ghost and Angela at the same time is like, I cannot get on the stand, basically. So they're both gonna have to find a way to present the information without letting the jury know that Angela, Knox, and Ghost were in this weird love triangle, you know what I'm saying? So the next scene is Dre, who is now running Truth, the club. He's basically the manager. He's running things, and he's telling everybody that if somebody, like, you know, on the floor asks for 2 bottles of 500 something something, then only give them 1 bottle and give them this matchbox. And clearly the matchbox is drugs inside of it. So they're saying like, oh, well, what do we do? And they're like, oh, we'll ring up for 2 of them, but only pull 1 of them from the back, blah 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 blah. And basically he's going to start running drugs in the Truth Club, which I think is a terrible idea, because clearly they're going to get caught, you know what I'm saying? And then also, why the heck would they put the drugs in a Truth container? Like, why wouldn't you put it in some other little kind of bag? Because now you can trace the drugs back to Truth, you know? Ugh. Proctor was sure to tell Ghost to remain like he is a normal citizen of the United States. Like, he's not Ghost, he's not a drug dealer, he's not a like killer, you know, all of that stuff. So you see Ghost sitting in the jail. He's eating like a biscuit or something by himself, and one of the inmates comes up to him and starts flirting with him, and he's like, ooh, this biscuit looks good. I just want to sop the biscuit in you. Like, he was saying some stuff to Ghost, and Ghost is like trying to ignore him. And then the guy starts touching on Ghost's leg, and underneath the table, Ghost like breaks his hand or does something to his hand, and the guy gets mad and walks away. But there's this old man that saw Ghost do it. He starts looking at Ghost, and he's like, like he made it clear that he saw Ghost break the guy's hand underneath the table. You don't know what to expect from this guy. And the guy in the first episode, I don't know if I mentioned it in my first recap, but the guy is like this big killer, and he's killed a whole bunch of people, and he's never gotten away. He's never gotten caught for it. He's always gotten arrested, but he's never gotten caught for it. This is the only time that he got denied bail, so now he has to hang out in jail with everybody else. His lawyer comes to him and says, your wife is sick, she's not going to make it the amount of time that you have to wait. You might as well just give up and blah blah blah. And the husband is like, he's like, no, I don't want to. So that's like a little bit of his backstory. So now this man, he's older, he sees Ghost break the guy's hand, so I think they're going to start either working together or something. I'm not exactly sure. Next, you see Andre running the drugs through the club. So you see a whole bunch of different like montage of people swiping their cards, people running in and out of the club, people eating the drugs, and Dre is just watching over all of it. Like, he's just so happy that these drugs are running in his club. Ugh, I'm so fed up with him. Then you've got Proctor on TV. He's like being interviewed by a news station, saying like he is saying that James St. Patrick is a stand-up guy. There's no way he did this. He's being arrested because of the racism, and he's clearly arrested because he's black. No way that he would just, a rich black business owner would go and randomly murder this FBI agent and blah 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 blah. So this is really looking bad on the police department that has arrested Ghost. And the Asian guy is like, what the fuck, why would he do this? Have you seen this? Like, he gets mad and he goes to the judge, I guess, and says they want to have no media access. So the judge says access denied, because this Asian guy is always trying to get on the media, and this is the first time that someone else has beat him to it and been able to switch the point of view, I guess, for him. So he's mad basically. So the judge is like, you better start rallying and start getting start talking to somebody, because these guys are ahead. So in the next scene, you have Tasha talking to her kids. I guess they are outside of their school, and she's saying, remember, be on your best behavior, don't call him Ghost, make me proud in there, your dad is gonna get out, yada 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 yada. So they get out the car, and all of a sudden this paparazzi is like recording them or taking pictures of them or whatever, and she's like, get out of my face, get out of my face, blah blah. She knocks the camera out of the guy's hand, and the son is like, oh, so this is how we're supposed to act, right, or whatever, and he walks away. So then you get inside the school, and these 2 white kids walk up to Tariq and is like, oh, so was that gun that you brought to school the same one that your dad used to kill that cop? And Tariq says maybe, like all trying to be hard or whatever. And they get scared and kind of walk away. And the sister is like, who are you, Tariq? You're not the same person that we used to be, blah 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 blah. So Tariq is like, man, whatever. And he calls Kanan, whom he knows as Slim. Tasha, when they were in the car, Tasha says to him, there's a lot of bad people that used to hang out with you, with your dad, and back in the day. One guy named Kanan. Do you know anybody named Kanan? And of course Tariq knows him as Slim, so he doesn't know anybody named Kanan. So when Tariq calls Kanan, he says, yeah, what's up? Do you know anybody named Kanan? And Kanan is like, yeah, you know, there's one of the men back in the day that used to hang out with your dad and me. Won't gotta worry about him or whatever like that. So he lies to him. Then he says, do you think that my dad did this or whatever? And he's like, man, whatever. He says, man, whatever they saying he did, I know your dad a long time. Whatever they saying that nigga did, he did that shit. Guilty as fuck. And I rewound it like 10 times. It was so funny. Like, I don't know, 50 Cent is just really funny. So the next scene is Sandoval and a whole bunch of people stroll up in Truth Club saying he needs to see the security camera tapes. So Dre is like, I need to shut off the system for that. And he's like, well, get to it. So meanwhile, Sandoval thinks that the tapes are shut off. So he goes and he plants the gun inside of Ghost's office. So remember back in the day, there was some tapes in Ghost's office that he was able to see the woman that planted the card in his office. He was able to see that on his little computer for security footage in his office. So I don't know if that is separate from the system that Andre has to shut off, or if we will be able to see Sandoval, if someone who has Ghost computer can see Sandoval placing the gun into his office. Like, we don't know. I don't know if they're connected. I don't know, but that is a hypothesis. I'm hoping that because they planted that gun, that because we have the security footage, maybe they'll be able to see it. I don't know. But bottom line, when they're looking for everything, the gun gets found, and now they have a murder weapon for Greg that was found in Ghost's office. So they have all these different things to pin Ghost for the murder of Greg Knox. And the sad thing is, Ghost didn't even freaking do it. So the old guy has a lawyer, and he asked the lawyer to figure out some things about Ghost and why, like, who is he and blah 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 blah. So he says, yeah, he's in there for killing a cop. He's best friends with a known drug dealer named Thomas Egan. So he says, Thomas Egan. He's like, well, where is he from? And he says, they're both from Queens. And the guy sits back. So I'm thinking, like, he sits back like exasperated. So I'm thinking that this guy is Thomas Egan's real father. Proctor meets with Tommy, and Tommy says, Tommy gives him some drugs, basically, that is for his wife, I guess. It's for Proctor's wife. And I was talking about in the last episode that Proctor's wife is like a crackhead or something. So I don't know if, like, I don't know. I guess they're gonna tell us more about Proctor and his side and his family and stuff like that. But Proctor lets Tommy know that things are getting a little dicey, and to lay low because they're going to be following Tommy, and you don't want Tommy to get caught, because if Tommy goes down, they both go down, everybody goes down. So Proctor is telling Tommy to stay on his P's and Q's and to not get caught up with this drug mess. You got Tommy knocking on the door. The door opens up, and it's Keisha, and they're saying, he's saying, like, I don't really know what he's saying to her, but he's basically assuring her that things are going to be safe. He's saying, do you have any food here? Because, you know, he's greedy. And Keisha's like, look in the fridge or whatever, and then all of a sudden they start kissing. And they do the nasty, and then she starts talking, and she's like, this is the only thing that's good has come from this. Tasha stole Sean from me, and I hope she doesn't try to steal you. We can't tell Tasha about this. So that is a little bit of jealousy and stuff like that going on. So I think that that's gonna end up coming out more in the end of this, towards the end of the season, because clearly Keisha and Tasha aren't really friends. Like, that's supposed to be best friends, but I think Keisha is jealous of her, to be honest. Proctor meets with Ghost and lets him know that the way that the case is presented, that they are going to try to get Ghost to flip on Tommy in order to get them both to go down. And Proctor is basically saying this is a a dicey case. If I were you on the other side of this bench, I would take the plea deal. And Ghost is like, no way, if this is, it's not you on the other side, it's me and Tommy on the other side, and I can't do that to my best friend. Next scene is Tommy pulling up to his house basically, and a cop puts a tracker underneath his car, and Tommy doesn't know it. So Tommy walks into his house, and his mom comes over, and she's like, why are you having me come out to the city, blah 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 blah. Tommy gives her the keys to his car and says, take care of my baby. And she's like, oh, you gonna have me take care of your car? So basically Tommy knows that the cops are gonna be following him, so he wants his mom to have his car, and he gets into another car and starts doing his business from the other car. Next scene is the DA coming up to Sandoval, Angela, and the other guy Sachs, saying that the judge signed off on the death penalty for Ghost if he is convicted of this crime. Angela is shocked at this statement, and she didn't know that they were even shooting for it, and blah blah blah. So the guy is like, oh well, yeah, we were shooting for it, and he's gonna get the death penalty if he is convicted. Tasha finding out that Ghost will be getting the death penalty, and she is of course hot, so she goes over to Angela's house, and Angela is like, what are you doing here? And she's like, you know he didn't do that, he would never kill no cop. And she's like, well, when I walked in the truth, you didn't know this, but I had a boyfriend, and it was Knox. So now Tasha is like, if you weren't a cop, I would kill you myself. And she was like, but I am. So it's so sad. So Tasha walks out mad still, and like maybe I think she's starting to think that maybe Ghost really did kill this guy, so I don't even know. But then you've got Ghost finding out that he's gonna get the death penalty if he does get convicted. End of the show, you have Ghost calling Tommy on the prison phone, and he's like, what's up, brother, I haven't heard your voice in a long time. And Tommy's like, what can I do? And Ghost is like, help me, take care of my kids, man. And like, I really want to tear up at that scene because it's just so freaking sad. Like, Ghost didn't even freaking do this, and this is so like ironic, I guess, because why would Ghost be in jail for something he didn't even freaking do? Like, out of everything, he didn't do it. Out of everything that he did, he's finally in jail for something he didn't do. Like, how terrible is that? So that is pretty much how this episode goes off. That is pretty much it for this recap. Like I said in the beginning of the video, next week's episode will be combined with the episode in 2 weeks because I am going on vacation, so there will be no video next week, but in 2 weeks there will be 2 videos. So I will see you guys then. I love you guys so much. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.